Hi, and welcome to the forecast discussion for Friday, June 20th, 2014. Of course, tomorrow is the first day of summer, but we already had summer-like conditions already. Now, there's a separation. Meteorological summer starts June 1st. Astronomical summer, or the solstice, starts tomorrow. This tomorrow is when we are furthest away from the sun, ironically, but the sun rays are more direct now, or higher up in the sky now than any time in the year. So technically, starting tomorrow afternoon, we start to step down towards winter. How do you like that? So we start off our first weekend of summer with actually rather comfortable weather conditions. Currently, as of 10:22 a.m., we have temperatures in the mid to upper 60s over the northern interior, upper 60s to lower 70s in the New York City metropolitan area, and lower to mid 70s over the Philadelphia metropolitan area. For the most part, we have a northerly wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting to about 15 miles per hour at times. It's absolutely beautiful outside. You know what the key point here? The dew points are low, so it feels absolutely wonderful. Walk outside is very refreshing, because you have very low humidity, much cooler temperatures. It's very comfortable outside. Temperatures this afternoon will rise into the upper 70s to lower 80s in the New York City metropolitan area and lower to mid 80s in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, with clear skies to scattered cloud cover throughout the region. And what is producing all this wonderful weather? Say hello to our high pressure system that is sitting up here over the Hudson Bay that is building southward. This high pressure system will shift towards the Canadian Maritimes as this nice little powerful storm lifts up towards the Canadian Maritimes and just south of Greenland. So what we're going to be setting up here is basically a marine type influence over the region. A mix of a polar air mass and a marine air mass setting up right over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas and continuing to remain in place through this upcoming weekend. The fact of the matter is this. This summer, or so far what we've seen this summer in June, we had one hot period for about 2 days, and otherwise it's been very nice and very comfortable. We deal with some rainfall every so often, but the temperatures really haven't been that bad. And really, this is going to be our summer moving forward, with high pressure systems like this being the dominant influence rather than high pressure systems down here, which we typically see, which is what we call a Bermuda high. So, overall, not that bad of a pattern setting up for us for this summer. And every weekend so far, every single weekend so far, has been absolutely beautiful. And it looks like we're going to continue that trend moving forward. On the radar, not much really going on here. These showers and thunderstorms over Michigan will stay over Canada and will have no influence on us whatsoever moving forward in the forecast, which is excellent news for everyone, I think. And you can see high pressure building south, that tri-air. Kind of see our pattern here where we have a trough out here in the west, a ridge over the plains, and then you get another disturbance trying to drive northward around that ridge and then dive southeastward. But we're in the middle of this trough, which means that any disturbance that dives southward is going to head towards Virginia and stay down there with showers and thunderstorms there. But we will remain high and dry because the storm track is suppressed to the south of us. So overall, what we're seeing here with this infrared satellite picture is that we're setting up for a pretty nice weekend. How nice? Clear skies to sky cloud cover for Saturday and Sunday. There could be an isolated shower mixed in here, but most likely over southern New Jersey. But honestly, you probably won't even notice it. Most locations will remain dry, and that isolated shower will only last about 30 minutes. So for 30 minutes, you run inside, watch a baseball game or a soccer game or whatever, and then you run right back outside, and it's wonderful out. So overall, this weekend is going to be outstanding. Let's use the European model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website. Again, for this afternoon, see this 500 millibar pattern? See, we have a trough out here. We have a ridge out here. The combination of the two, you see how these lines are coming together? That means that we are seeing convergence aloft. When the air converges at 500 millibars, way up there in the atmosphere, that means the air is sinking. And when air sinks, it creates higher pressure and means that we are going to have wonderful weather for today. And that pattern continues on for tomorrow and for Sunday. That convergence remains in place. So, for the most part, with high pressure and control have a little bit more of an influence from the marine air mass moving forward for tomorrow and for Sunday. So look for low temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s, high temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Most locations will be around 77, 78 degrees for highs this weekend. A few lower 80s more likely in your urban locations. You have more concrete, therefore it stays a little bit warmer. Moving forward on Monday, generally the same pattern. We start to lose that convergence a little bit, but we remain pretty much under the influence of high pressure, which is now shifted off the northern mid-Atlantic coast, should I say, and the New England coast. So we have more of a northeasterly wind, some increase in cloud cover, but nothing significant in nature. An isolated shower is possible, but for the most part, most locations will remain dry. And on Monday, temperatures will remain in the near normal range of the upper 50s to lower 60s for lows and upper 70s to lower 80s for highs. Now, moving forward for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and for Friday, generally what we have here is a battle of air masses where to the north of us we'll have the marine air mass, to the south of us that tropical sticky air mass, and we will be caught in the middle, which means we'll have disturbances moving from west to east along that boundary. So each day will feature a threat for an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but for locations to the south of this stationary boundary, which I think is going to be most of the region, you're looking at temperatures generally in the upper 70s to lower 80s. However, the Philadelphia metro on south, especially southern New Jersey, will be in that warmer air mass, so look for high temperatures in the mid 80s for the most part. Could even be a few upper 80s if that boundary pushes further enough north and you get some scattered cloud cover. But for the most part, most locations will remain with that northeasterly wind and cool conditions. Low temperatures generally in the lower to mid 60s. So for the most part, we're going to remain in the same pattern we've been dealing with, but without all that heat and humidity. And there is no sign whatsoever over the next 10, even 15 days of any temperatures pushing over 90 degrees for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. If you wanted to see that, head down to Washington, D.C. Plenty of temperatures that high this summer over there and locations further south. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.